Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, February 18th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is the mystical time has come for divine order. And welcome to Pisces. We have the sun moving into Pisces today. I didn't look to see what time. I know it's early in the morning. 3:31 a.m. Pacific time. So if you are in the States at least, this is happening early in the day. Now I want to remind anyone wherever you are, anytime any planet shifts, things can get a little wonky. There's just a kind of a shift in energy. This is a shift in energy from air into water. And so we're getting a lot of water here in California right now. And so you may feel a little of that, oh, okay, the energies are changing. I'm not flying anymore. Now it's time to swim. So just be aware of how the shifts feel for you. Honestly, I think one of the best ways to learn astrology is to feel how the shifts feel for you. And then you'll see, like, oh, astrology is the study of patterns. I get how this pattern's affecting me. And it's, it's always interpreted by different words, but it's really the feeling. And Pisces can get us into the magic, can get us into the feeling. And that's really the call that I'm feeling for this time of Pisces. Pisces is so interesting because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So we are going to be moving through our last little bit, finishing up the astrological year. And it's interesting. There's a book that I never read, but the name of the book has always stuck in my head, and the name of the book is You Are All the Signs. And that comes up often. Like, if you look at somebody's chart, you may not have signs in Pisces, but Pisces does represent a part of your chart. There is some kind of lesson that you're working with in Pisces. So every sign has importance in your personal being and how you move forward. So everybody has somewhere in the chart this mystical, magical, flowy place of surrender to work with and through. And I'm gonna touch on that a little bit later in the scope, just go through the signs really fast. But what's also interesting in coming up for this energy of Pisces is that energy of integration. Pisces encapsulates within its mysticism every single sign that has come before. So when we do the work starting in Aries, starting with the I am, and then moving into Taurus, doing the worth work, the value work, and then into Gemini, revelations, listening, communicating, speaking up, Cancer, feeling, nurturing, honoring your divine feeler, into Leo, play, joy, love, Virgo, healing process, in the process, noticing things, paying attention to details, Libra, finding the balance, self-love, I'm going to sneeze, Scorpio, transformation and empowerment, Sagittarius, the alchemy and the adventure, Capricorn, responsibility, how are you responding to the world, Aquarius, which we've just gone through, which was, I've already lost Aquarius, out of the vibration, so long, but I vibrate, how you vibrate and channel in information on another level, on a vibratory level. So we go through all those things and we learn those lessons so that when it comes to Pisces, those energies are flowing. We don't have to be like, my I am I honoring my I am? Now, of course, we do have Uranus lighting up Aries. So there still is going to be some extra focus on the I am. But being that we've gone through and learned these lessons, now it's time to flow. And now it's time to integrate them into the wholeness of who you are. That's what Pisces is. It is coming into the union. It is coming into wholeness. It's recognizing that there never was any separation. If you're a twin who's listening to that, this is true on all levels. It's true on a twin level. It's true on a human level. There's no real separation from the divine. You are the divine. And so Pisces, we get into the magic of knowing there is no separation. I am the divine. And we get to work, play in the mystic, in the magic. And so that's really going to be the theme of Pisces. So that energy of surrender, that energy of flow, that energy of honoring your soul code, because that is the flow, because that is the surrender. That is how we come to work with Pisces energy. So, that being said, our first transit, once the sun moves into Pisces, is the moon shifting into Sagittarius. So moon in Sagittarius wants to bring a little adventure energy. Now what's interesting is that we're going to have the sun and the moon square each other. First thing, they're squaring each other at 0 degrees. So this is transformation. What I believe the transformation is going to be from that place of the old wise one into the fool. Even though this isn't quite the beginning of the journey and the fool is like the beginning of the journey, we can get so caught up. Ah, yes. Oh, so good, the cards. So good, the cards. When I pulled them, I don't usually turn them over. I usually have them this side and then I look at them later. And today, because I was in the flow, I did it totally different. And I looked at each of them as I turned them over. We are not meant to be in this strong mental control at this time, thinking that we know everything. When you think you know everything, you do not leave room for the magic and the miracles that are wanting to come through. So leave some space for that magical and the miracles. Don't get stuck in the shoulds. This is how it should be happening. Don't get stuck in the control. This is how I want it to happen. That's going to hold you back because we are breaking through ties and we're getting beyond illusion. We're letting go of this old way of being, which is this, so that we can flow with the divine unfolding, with divine order, coming into the magic. I promise you there is magic available in every moment. One of my favorite sayings of myself, my own saying, is in every moment there is, or in every breath, I can't even repeat my own quotes. Mimi paraphrase everything. In every breath, there is a universe of possibilities. There is so much magic available to you. Are you willing to let this go a little bit during this time of Pisces? Just see, to let the magic play, to let the magic come on board, because I don't think you're going to regret it. So it may be a little tug of war, between the mind, which is like, but I've read about this, the Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius, I get this. I've read about it. I've seen it here in my book, and this is what my book says, versus the Pisces energy, which is like, but there's this thing, and I'm kind of feeling it, and I don't really know how it's going to come about, but my intuition is saying, let's just let it play out. Let's just see what happens. That's going to be the real moment of letting go and getting beyond the illusion. It's a definite magical moment. And stay on board. Even though I'm showing you the cards now, I'm going to do a quick rundown. So perfect. I decided to do Inner Child Fairy Tale. I pulled the Ace of Swords, the sword and the stone. And I love this. The Ace of Swords appears. Tap into your power of one-pointed thinking. That one point being like, there's magic, and I don't really have to know. I just have to allow the magic. Seize hold of divine will and wield it as a tool to vanquish negative thoughts. Remember that to follow your destiny is to honor your spiritual heritage. Sorry, reading terribly today. Follow your destiny is to honor your spiritual heritage and recognize you came into this world with clear purpose, clear divinity. By removing the sword from the stone, you're learning to explore your mental powers, which includes allowing the magic, which includes bringing forth your intuition. This stone itself is the resistance of oppressive conditions. This card indicates the birthing of a new way of thinking and the demise of illusions. Getting beyond illusions. I love it. It may signify the start of an intellectual magic project, the writing of a book, or the beginning of a journey. I think this is like the beginning of the journey, the full journey of believing in magic. Do you believe in magic? Okay, so I wrote down a little thing for Pisces for everybody. We're all working with it. So for Pisces, this is your first house. This is I am magic. And let me say, it kind of shifts depending on where your birthday is in any sign. And pay attention to your sun and your rising sign energies because, they really work both ways. So Pisces, I am the magic. Really embracing yourself as the conduit of magic. Aquarius, this is the second house. Valuing the magic. Aquarius can really get caught on, valuing, I don't want to say fact, because Aquarius isn't necessarily even in fact, but valuing science. There's science in magic. I promise. We may not know the origin of it. We may not know all the hows and whys, but if you can value the magic, I feel like there's a way to get into this. And I'm not talking about magic pull a rabbit out of the hat kind of magic. I'm talking about like honest to goodness universe magic. Capricorn, third house, talking about the magic, letting the magic reveal itself to you, letting magic talk to you, let the mystical talk to you. Sagittarius, fourth house, the foundation of the magic. Sagittarius, I am Sagittarius. Our foundation is purely magical. Can you remember those times in your childhood when magic happened and how you let that magic play out in your life? Can you do that again? Can you feel the magic? Can you allow your intuition, can you allow your feelings to help pull you into integrating the magic on a deeper level? Scorpio. What did I write? I remember I liked what I wrote about Scorpio. Oh, fifth house. Playing with the magic. Can you play with the magic? This may involve pulling some rabbits out of your house, or out of your hat, up your sleeve, wherever you want to pull a rabbit out of. Play with the magic. Play with this idea of it. Make it fun. Libra, sixth house. Revealing magic in the everyday. Again, recognizing the unfolding of a flower, the magic that's in that. And then once you get stuck in that, the next step is fairies. So there's magic there, Libras. Also, healing with magic. If there's something that you're wanting to heal, it may be earth magic that you're wanting to get into, especially with that sixth house, healing with foods, and the magic of healing foods, how they can magically transform your body. But if you're looking for healing, call in the energy of magic and see what happens. Virgo, seventh house, a relationship with magic. Are you leaving room in your relationships for magic? This is also that opposition. So pulling in the magic into your process of self-love as you move in and through various relationships. My chicken scratching is just terrible. Eighth house, Leo, empowering yourself through magic, transforming yourself through the magic. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Come on, Leos. Let's get magical. That was really weird. I'm a weirdo today. Okay, last day of Aquarius. As I'm recording this, everybody's a little bit weird. Cancer, ninth house. That's the Sagittarius house. Exploring the magic. This is really, that to me is really like the full energy, Sagittarius, right? It's not, but it can be in this case. Being willing to explore, being willing to expand your experience of magic. I was telling my mom's a Cancer, and she was sad because she misses my dad, and I'm like, he's here. He's here. You just have to be open to experience him. That's part of that ninth house, is just expanding those horizons. Just being willing to shift your mind from what it thinks it knows into being like, wait, I don't know everything. Let me just see what's just right beyond the point of, I think I know this. So exploring your relationship, exploring magic in the world. Gemini, 10th house. So working with magic. So I'm a Gemini rising. So my 10th house, I work with magic. I do astrology. I work in the metaphysical every day, pulling this energy in and trying to make it tangible. I don't know if this is really tangible, but work with the magic. Call the magic into your career. Call the magic into your destiny. Call divine order in for your legacy. That's the word I'm going to use. Taurus, 11th house, channeling the magic. So Taurus is, who was a magical being? And you're like, yeah, that magic was pretty cool. Nostradamus or Merlin or Jesus or Mary Magdalene or Shiva or Bast or so many magical beings that you can draw upon. Channel in their magic. It could even be another Taurus, Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's on the other side now. Channel in that magic and see what kind of divine order it wants to take you into, how it wants to shift your personal vibration. And then finally, Aries, surrendering to that magic. Aries, this is really where you get to let go of control and really move into the flow. And I promise, if you can move into the flow, the magic will find you. You don't have to go looking for it, Aries. Just let the magic find you. So, one last thing. I know that was long, but one last thing that I forgot to mention. The moon is going to meet up with Lilith. And so there's a certain amount of primal magic in the moon meeting up with Lilith This is Black Moon Lilith. I always go by the true version of Black Moon Lilith, by the way. And so she oscillates. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere. She's the feminine. She's all over, the octopus with, many arms, always moving around. But that moon conjunct Lilith can really bring up the magic of the feminine within us all. So I encourage you to move with and through the magic of the feminine in embracing magic and however it is showing up for you over this next month. So that's it for today. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper in, and have a beautiful Pisces. Namaste.